Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to another penny hunt video here on the Penny Hunter. It's been a couple days, I had to drive back, get situated, but I'm back, and we have 2 penny boxes to go through. Why 2 this week? Well, we have a penny box from Wells Fargo in East Hartford, Connecticut, which I grabbed on my way out. It's pretty exciting. I didn't think I was going to be able to get another penny box, and I turned to the wife, and I'm like, should try to get some pennies before I leave. So, ran into the branch, grabbed a box. And we have a box from Florida. Now, we did already open a box from Wells Fargo from this branch, which was my very first box in Florida. And it had 4 wheat cents and 2 Canadians, and it was the worst copper percent per roll out of any box I've ever opened. So we're going to see how they compare to each other. We're going to do a 2-box hunt today, as well as continue to fill the Lincoln Cents albums. Now, the last video we did, if you want to click up here and see it, it was number 4 of the series. We had 45 new or upgraded pennies, which was by far the most of any of the boxes we opened either in Florida or Connecticut prior to this video. So let's see what we can get in box number 5 and number 6, and let's see if Wells Fargo in Connecticut is better than Wells Fargo in Florida, or maybe we'll be surprised. I did already pop the tops. I did not see any wheat cent enders in either box. They are circulated. So, without further ado, I'm going to start in, what do you guys think? I know, this is a tough decision. I think I'll start in Florida and end in Connecticut. That's what we'll do. We'll start in Florida, we'll end in Connecticut. So, without further ado, when I get a find, I'll bring you in and show it to you. Roll number 6 brings us our first find. It's not a Wheatie or a Canadian, but a counterstruck, what I believe to be a JFK 1974 out of Denver. I don't think I've seen too many of these, maybe only one before, so it's cool to find it. We'll set it aside as a variety, even though it is just a counterstrike. Roll number 8 brings us our first wheat cent of the box. A 1951 out of Philadelphia. We do have this in the book, and the fact that it happened in roll number 8 doesn't make me think that this box is going to be any better than the first one we had from Wells Fargo. 1 wheat cent on the board. Let's move on and hope there's more. Roll number 9, back-to-back rolls with a wheat cent. This one is beat up and toasty. Forgive my dogs, they're playing in the other room. It's a 1957 out of Denver, and it is pretty worn. I'm not sure if... Yeah, that looks like damage from the years. I was wondering if maybe it was a clipped planchet, but I don't think I'm that lucky. That just looks like it was beaten flat because it is so beat up. 2 wheat cents on the board, 1957. I wanted to bring you in for this. 2009 presidential years, but look at this coin, guys. This is proof-like. I mean, this is just... Look at this. It's not a proof, but look how unbelievably shiny that is. That is beautiful. As usual, I'm going to give 1 point for the 2009, and I'll give 1 point for the shine. I give points for shine if it's just extraordinarily. This is just beautiful. I love to find coins like this. Roll number 13 gives us another 2009. It's another presidential year. It is out of Philadelphia. I think we need this, but I'm not sure. We'll check at the end of the video. All right, guys. In roll number 15, we got a surprise. We have a shiny wheat cent. Guessing it's from the 50s, but we were just surprised a couple boxes ago to find a coin just like this from the 1930s. It is from the 50s. It's a 1956D. This is definitely going to upgrade the one we have in the album. So, first upgrade guarantee found. Beautiful coin. I love to find shiny wheat cents. I believe it's my first shiny wheat cents found in a Florida box as well. Same roll as the shiny wheat cent. This is the formative year 2009 out of Denver. I think we need this for the book as well. We're going to check this for the double die. I don't see the extra thumb here, but I'll throw it under the scope and I'll let you know if I find anything. Roll number 20. Wheat cent number 4. It's the oldest of the box so far. It's a 1944 out of Philly. We do have it in the book. It is the most common one. But wheat cent number 4 is a 44. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but we have our first double wheat cent roll in Florida. Wheat cent number 5 and wheat cent number 6 in roll number 22. So it's a 51 out of Philly. We already have it in this box, let alone in the book. What is this one? A 1940. All right, it is a 1940 out of Philadelphia. It is our oldest of the box so far. I believe we do have this in the book already. If not, we will add it to the book. We might not, because it is a 1940, which is in book number 1. I do not recall if we have this already. Same roll, we have our 4th 2009. It is another formative years out of Philadelphia. Trying to see if I can see any doubling on the thumb there. I don't see any, but as always, we'll put it under the scope and check it out. Roll number 23, and we have yet another 2009 formative year penny. This one is stained. Looks like it's chemically burned almost. Very interesting toning on this, or damage, but either way, it is another 2009. That is 5, and we're not even halfway through the box. Roll number 26 brings us wheat cent number 7. We started very slow, and the box has caught fire. It's a 1955 out of Denver. I believe we do have this, but it's number 7, and I'll take it. Still no Canadians halfway through the box. Roll number 26 brings us wheat cent number 8. Same roll as the 55D. We have a 58 out of Denver. So now we have 6 wheat cents from the 50s and 2 from the 40s. Roll number 27, wheat cent number 9. It's a 44D. We don't get a lot of Ds for wheat cents. Well, at least I don't. It's a little bit pocked up. I'm pretty sure we have it in the book. But either way, we'll take it. Wheat cent number 9, 3rd from the 40s. Same roll. We've got 4 wheat cents in the last 2 rolls. We have a 1953 out of Denver. That is wheat cent number 10 in only roll number 27 after getting none in the first 7 rolls. We have a box of pennies here from Florida in Wells Fargo. I think this box was up for the challenge. It didn't want to lose. We have a 1971 S. I have not found too many S mint marks in my Florida boxes. I'm pretty sure we need this one for the book as well. So that's a great find. Roll number 30, wheat cent number 11. We're one away from tying our best Florida box ever from the bank that gave us only 4 the first time. It's another 50s. This one's from 1953 out of Philadelphia. Roll number 31, we have another wheat cent. 1935. We do have this in the book, but I think it's our oldest Florida cent discovered so far. Could be wrong about that, but it's definitely one of the older ones. So 1935 out of Philly. On the board, oldest of the box. Roll number 32, we have another S mint mark, 2nd of the box. It's a 1974. Roll number 36, we've tied our best Florida box of all time with our 12th wheat cent. This one's 1948 out of Philadelphia. Still no Canadians, 36 rolls into the box. Roll number 38 brings us wheat cent number 14. I miscounted before. Oh boy, guys, this is an old one. Is this the oldest wheat cent we've found in Florida? I'm guessing it's from the teens. It's a 1913. One of the oldest coins I have ever found. A 1913 S is a semi-key date. But otherwise, this is a very, very cool find in this box. This box from Wells Fargo came out swinging. 1913 out of Philadelphia. I put this box up to the challenge, and it answered the challenge. Pretty slick coin, but a great find. 1913. Roll number 42 gives us another 2009. I'm not seeing the double thumb. I'll check it under the scope anyway. This one's out of Philly. That's number 6 in the box. I was getting worried, guys. Roll number 46. Our first Canadian, nothing special. It's a 1989, but it's a Canadian on the board. That was very close. All right, guys, let me bring you back. In roll number 48, we have 2 wheat cents found. Obverse facing, face up. We got a 1946. Is that an S? I think that's an S. Yes, a 1946 S. Okay, I'll take that. So that's 3 points. 2 from the 40s and 1 for the S. And I did already see this one face up in the roll. It's a 1926. I do believe we need this for the album. And I also believe we need that 46S. So roll number 48 has given us 2 new coins for the album. And this one is worth 10 points. So 13 points just in one roll. That beat 2 of our Florida boxes that had a total of 13 and 11 points total cumulative in the box. This is also wheat cent number 15 and 16 with 2 rolls to go. Same roll, roll number 48. Wheat cent number 17. It's got some black tar on it. It's a 1944 out of Philly. So this has been a crazy box. I put Wells Fargo's up to the challenge against a Connecticut box, and it very well might beat a Connecticut box. This has been an amazing box. It's the best Florida box we've seen, and we've had a lot of additions to our book already. Guys, in roll number 49, another wheat cent found. This is number 18 of the box. A 1948 out of Philadelphia. All right, that box is finished, and we had a penny box. I sound pretty excited, well, because I am. It's Florida, and so far it hasn't been good. This resembles a Connecticut box, minus the lack of Canadians. We had a 1946 S, a 1913, which is one of the oldest pennies I've ever found in any box anywhere. We had one from the 20s, one from the 30s, a couple more from the 40s, the rest from the 50s, including that blazing 1956D. As I said, only one Canadian, 3 1959s. We had 6 2009s, including that proof-like, sorry, it's so shiny, it's glaring on the screen here. That proof-like 2009 out of Philly. 2 other regular S mint marks from the 60s and 70s. We had a 71 and a 74. We did have a 1982 small date copper and that Counter-Strike 1974 D Kennedy. Overall, it was a great box to go through, and I'm excited to see what Connecticut brings. I'm going to go through all the upgrades and additions at the end of the Connecticut box, and I'll bring you in when I get the first find out of the Connecticut box. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the second box from Connecticut. It's a 2-box challenge, Wells Fargo in Florida versus Wells Fargo in Connecticut. We got 18 wheat cents from the first box and 1 Canadian. Total of 55 points, which is our best Florida box of all time from that Florida Wells Fargo box. We're going back to Connecticut here. Connecticut boxes are usually good. I've never gotten a Connecticut Wells Fargo box, so I have no idea what to expect. Let's see what we get. Roll number 1, and we have a stunner right out of the gate. It's not a proof, but it's a 1993 out of Philadelphia, which is completely flawless. Great coin to find. We don't need it in the book, but I may upgrade this one. Very nice coin. Roll number 1, we have a wheat cent out of the gate. 1951 out of Denver. On pace for 50 Wheaties. I don't think we'll get it, but it would be nice. Well, that didn't take long. Roll number 2, Canadian number 1. It's a 1978. Tying us on our previous box with 1 Canadian. Buried in the bottom of the roll. Roll number 2, wheat cent number 2. These boxes are going to war. Neither of them wanted to lose this hunt. It's a 1950 out of Philadelphia. Well, I dumped the roll out and I saw it. It's another Canadian. Canadian number 2 out of 1973. Roll number 4 has at least 2 wheat cents. We have a 1950 and a reverse facing black one. So we got that 1950. Pretty messed up back. It still counts as a wheat cent. Let's see what this one is. This is wheat cent number 4. Completely charred in the back. It's a 1927. Great find here. Love to find those coins from the 20s. I do believe we need a 27 as well. I don't care about the, cruddy condition. It's a coin we're looking for, and I'll take it. Roll number 6, wheat cent number 5. It's a 47S. We found a 46S in the last box. Tit for tat with this Wells Fargo box. It is just pulling punches trying to win this competition. That's a new addition to the box. Same roll. Roll number 6, wheat cent number 6, 1954 out of Philadelphia. Roll number 7, another Canadian. So I've decided that I'm not going to show any regular Canadians. So that's from 1965 to 2012 after this one. Because Connecticut boxes do have a lot, and this video is already going to be long. So I will be showing any laureate portraits, King George VI, any dove cent, stuff like that. So this is number 3, and unless I find anything different, I won't be showing these any longer. Roll number 11 gives us a damaged 1968S mint mark. I think we need it for the album, but I'm not sure. After this box is done, I'm actually going to create a checklist of coins we need, because I feel like I say that a lot, and sometimes I'm just not sure. But either way, it's the first S-Mint mark of this box, and the 4th of the total hunt. Roll number 13, our first 2009 of the box. It is the Professional Life version, and it is out of Philadelphia. We do already have this in the book, but they're good to find. Roll number 14, and you see it right there. We have an old wheat cent. It's a 1919 second old penny of this box. Great find. I think we need the 1919, honestly. All right, roll number 15. Brings us an old Canadian. 1963. It's a young head. I told you I would show you the young heads, the bird cents, etc. So we'll add it to the stack. It's worth 3 points, and it's Canadian number 4. Same roll. It's our second 1968S of the box. Roll number 17. Wheat cent number 8. It's a 1945 out of Philadelphia. Wheat cent number 8 added to the board. Same roll, roll number 17. Wheat cent number 9. It's a 1946. Roll number 19. We have wheat cent number 10 and number 11. Sorry. It's a 1942 out of Philadelphia. And this one's a little beat up. Got some rust or gunk or paint. A 1956 out of Philly. Hey, this is something we haven't seen in a while. We have a 2-cent euro. And it's from 1999, and I don't recognize this coin. I'm gonna have to do some digging. I definitely don't know what country this is from. It has an R and an F on it. Well, either way, it's a foreign, worth 2 points on the board, and we haven't found a euro in quite a while. Roll number 24, the last one in the roll. Well, the last one I saw anyway. We have a 1939 wheat cent that is beat up and scuffed up. It's got a nice gash right there on the left side of the coin. It's pretty charred up, but there is a little bit of shine right there in the back. Very interesting coin here. Very interesting coloring and damage. We do have a 39, I believe. I'm pretty sure we do. So we'll add it to the board, but it's not going to be added to the book. Roll number 25, 1950D. Wheat cent number 13. Roll number 28, wheat cent number 14. We're on pace for 25 wheat cents in this box. We're only 4 away from the previous box. This is a 1958 out of Philadelphia. It's got a little bit of shine on it, but not enough for me to think it might upgrade. We'll check it anyway. Roll number 30, wheat cent number 15. It's a 1956 out of Philly. 3 more to go to tie the other box that we just opened a few minutes ago. Roll number 35, wheat cent number 16. It's a 1945 out of Philadelphia. Roll number 36, wheat cent number 17. It's a 1946. Roll number 39 brings us wheat cent number 18, tying us with the Florida Wells Fargo box. This is a 1942 out of Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure we do have this one as well. Same roll as the 1942. We have another 2009 out of Philadelphia, and this is the Professional Life. We do have a couple of these already. Roll number 40 gives us wheat cent number 19. Again, this is the Connecticut box, so I'm not surprised that we've had a high number of Wheaties in this box. It's a 1952D. We'll see if we need it. Denvers are hard to come by, so we very well might need this coin. Roll number 43 gives us wheat cent number 20. It's a 1950 with a little bit of color on it. We will set it aside. We definitely have these all ready to go. I found a couple in this box anyway. Good find though, number 20. Roll number 48. One more Wheatie for the board, a 1951 out of Denver. We got 2 rolls left. I'm curious what we will finish at. Same roll, 2 coins later. Another one, 1946 out of Philadelphia. Roll number 50 gives us a parting gift. Wheat cent number 23 in the box. It is a 1945 out of Philadelphia. Just wanted to bring you back real quick. I finished up the second box. We did finish with 23 wheat cents, 12 Canadians, 2 2009s, 4 1959s, including that beautiful shiny one, and 10.4 coppers per roll. I normally don't tell you the coppers, but felt like telling you this time because it was 4 more per roll on average, so over 200 more coppers than the Florida box. So on the left, we have the new and upgrade pile from the Florida box, and on the right, we have the new finds and the upgrades from the Connecticut box. Honestly, because the Connecticut box was box number 6 and the Florida box was box number 5, I figured that the Florida box was going to have more new finds and or upgrades, because obviously if we find a newer upgrade, then the next box can't get that new find or upgrade, barring it's, really a shiny coin or whatever. But it definitely can't get the new find. So it was pretty impressive that the Connecticut box, which was number 6, had twice as many new and upgrades. We had 8 in the Florida box and 18 in the Connecticut box. I'm going to bring you back and show you which ones were new and which ones were upgraded in one moment. All right, we're back. I have the new and the upgrades in book number 1. We added the 1913 out of Philadelphia, the 1919 out of Philadelphia, and the 1927 out of Philadelphia. 3 new additions in 2 boxes, and we're going to upgrade this 1940. I wasn't sure if we needed the 1940. I could not remember, but we definitely did need this upgrade. So 3 new additions and 1 upgrade in book number 1. All right, book number 2, we upgraded the 1942P. We added the 46S and the 47S on page 1. We upgraded that 56D, which was a beautiful find, definitely an upgrade there. Upgraded the 58P as well. And over here we had a number of new and upgrades. Added the 67P, which we didn't have. Added the 68D, which we didn't have. The 69D, which we didn't have. Added the upgraded the 68S, I can't talk today. And upgraded the 72P. So overall, 5 new additions and 5 upgrades in book number 2. And finally, book number 3, we had a number of upgrades and new additions here. We had 2 new finds and 10 upgrades overall. We're gonna upgrade that 75P. We added the 7090, which is a nice find after 6 boxes. We're gonna upgrade the 1982 Zinc large date and the 1982 Zinc small date. I found really good versions of those. Can upgrade the 83, 85, 85D, and the 86 all on page 1. We're going to upgrade the 88P. We're going to upgrade that 2005. I found a very nice proof-like version of that. We're going to upgrade the 2008D and add the 2010D. So overall, we added 10 new coins to the 3 books, not counting the last one, which is full. And we had 16 upgrades overall, which I think over 2 boxes is a good number, especially the deeper we get, the harder these become to find. I do want to remind everyone that if you like everything that is going on in this series, as well as all the content on my channel, please subscribe now. I'm trying to reach 400 subscribers by the end of June. Right now, we are looking at about 370, and so we're going to need 30 more subscribers in the next 2.5 weeks. Also, I will be doing a giveaway on my channel. As I've explained in previous videos, it's an Indian head giveaway. I'm going to post a picture of my jar of 1960s pennies, and the person at the time, when I announced the giveaway, at the time, the person who guesses the closest amount of pennies in the jar will win an Indian head giveaway. Now, in order to qualify for the giveaway, you need to like the video and leave a comment when I post it. So please pay attention to the channel and make sure you're watching when I post the giveaway. I will announce it a couple days before in one of my videos and then have it up live. You need to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment in order to qualify. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to try to do at least 2 or 3 videos a week here on the Penny Hunter, trying to fill these albums and get them as close as we can get. This has been a fun series so far, 6 boxes in. We've had a number of new and a number of upgrades in every single box. These albums are looking fantastic. I do want to upgrade that 82 copper small date. It's bothering me. And there was one thing I wanted to say, but now I can't remember. And for all of you wondering, which box won this competition? So I went into this challenge knowing that the Connecticut box was probably going to have more wheat cents, and it did. It was probably going to have more Canadians. It did. It was probably going to have more coppers. It did. It was probably going to have more points overall. It did. So it's not exactly fair to say, looking at points or Wheaties, which box was better. The way I want to look at it is which box contributed more to the album fill. And I told you a minute ago how the first box had 8 new or upgrades, and the Connecticut box had 18. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I think the Connecticut box won, and the Florida box was absolutely fantastic with 18 wheat cents, including some older ones. But the Connecticut box was just that much better. It did have 23 wheat cents, and it had more points overall, and it added more to the books. So Connecticut takes this one. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Stay safe. I hope you guys have a great week. Again, subscribe now if you haven't already. Like the video, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Good luck and happy hunting.